Hey guys, you join me here, Snowman86, and we are back on Ballyspring. So today we have a little bit of a... Oh, that's going to be a tough challenge to see out of that. Today we have a little bit of a different task ahead of us. So we're just going to back in here to the sheep shed, and we'll leave that running for a while. So we are loading up the wool, and we will... Oh, can I get in? I can't. I blocked myself on this side, and I probably blocked myself. Nope, I can get in this side. So we're just going to load up the wool um, into the van. Nicely done. We're going to sell all the wool we have at the moment on the farm, guys. So with that will be a trip down to the spinnery, and then after that, guys, we have a little bit of spraying to do in terms of weed control. Just kind of make sure our grass fields are in the best condition possible going into the summer months. Might as well take the last little pallet. So that's us loaded up. So we'll start to make tracks towards the spinnery, but we'll be back in hopefully an hour or so, and we'll be putting the sprayer on the tractor, getting out onto our grass fields and spraying them because the weeds are starting to come. Thankfully we've had a growth cycle there as well, so in terms of grass it's coming back nicely. So we're doing pretty good. We're into May now, guys, so I don't think there's too much we can do at this time. So the big thing for us really is just to make sure that we tend to our fields as best we can. And hopefully once we get that silage sold, and probably not this episode, realistically will be the next one, I'd say, we should then be in a good place to clear off the loan that we took for the bale wrapper, and that will set us back to only having to spend I think it's $1,000 a month then on the original loan repayment. So that'll be the biggest thing we can do short term. Going forward then, if we get more silage, which hopefully we will, it's either buy more grass and expand our grass empire that we're slowly building, or we will... Have I missed my turn? I think I might have. Or we will look to clear off that loan as quick as possible and try and save that €1,000 a month. So while I debate what direction in life I've taken here, which I think I might have gone wrong, we'll continue to drive and see can we find our way to the spinnery, guys. I think it's actually back on the main road, isn't it? Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll get up there, we'll get unloaded, and yeah, we'll see you up there in a second. So it's just up this road a little bit more. If my calculations are right, that I don't think was it. I hope that wasn't it. Nope, it is just up here, guys, on the left hand side. So I've only been here once before, so this is our second trip up here. So handy now that we can get in here, sell our wool, and try and make a few more pound. Now I'm not sure where the sell point is, so we might have to have our HUD up for this. Is it in here? There we go. We're in the right area. So we've sold our wool and we managed to make 5,000 and more or less 5,500. So that's pretty good going. And that number will only steadily increase, guys, as our sheep keep producing more lambs and our goat milk will go up as our goats keep producing kids. So it's important that we keep them well stocked and fed and just kind of let them do their own thing. We'll tend to when we need to and when we have to, which is not that often. They're a pretty low maintenance animal on the farm, unlike the cows that are pretty labor intensive then. So but then the cows are bringing in a lot more money on a daily basis, so it makes sense that they're a bit more intensive labor wise, or at least we don't mind doing it because, as I say, the money is coming in there slowly for them. So making our way down out of the spinnery, we're heading back for the farm. I don't think we need anything while we're in town, so yeah, so with that we'll probably just get back to the farm, get the sprayer. We'll get the sprayer on on the Massey and we'll get ready to start looking after our fields, guys. So yeah, that is the plan for the day. So I will see you in a little bit as we come up on some incredibly slow moving traffic. Yay! And we are back, guys. So we're in the Massey. As I say, we've managed to do well there, I think. Anyway, personally, we sold our wool and we're up about €5,500, so that's pretty good going, guys. We have to be happy enough for that. And the bales are still fermenting away, so we can't do much with them at the moment. But what we can do here, as you can see, is we have a couple of pesky weeds starting to take station in our fields. So we're just going to get in here to this one first, and we will get ourselves somewhat set up. Probably have to go external for the beginning of this, just to get things done somewhat right. I think we're okay. Need a bit of height for the first pass around the headland, otherwise we will clip a lot of stuff. So I think we're back far enough. We probably are. So I'm just going to tip into this, get it done. So it's important we keep on the fields and keep spraying them to the best of our abilities. It just ensures that we kind of each year will gain a maximum yield of grass. Now, something we will have to prepare ourselves for this winter is a lime session that is coming at us on these fields, so I'll probably mention it a few more times before we actually do it, but I think we're just going to relime everything this winter, and that way we should be in pretty good standing going forward then from there, guys. So either once a year or maybe every second year we'll probably look to lime the entire farm, especially on the grass fields, as every cut takes a nice chunk of lime out of them and just increases that pH value greatly, and we're not going to make that. So we'll just do a little bit of funky reversing to get in there. So handy with this sprayer that we can now lift the booms up over the ditch lines. Still doesn't help me when I get caught on a tree, but definitely is aiding the fact that, yeah, it's not as painful as it used to be spraying these grass fields. So I think all these improvements we're making are slowly improving our operation. I'd like to think so anyway. Otherwise we're just throwing money down the drain, and we can do that any old which way. It doesn't have to be on expensive farm gear and products like what we are currently operating with. So we'll just shut off while we line ourselves up for the next pass. We'll probably afford to drop our cruise speed down a little bit so we're not so fast on the turn. Yeah, guys, looks like we're going to be having another good year, all going well. A lot of our, I won't say a lot of our money issues, but a good chunk of our money issues might disappear this year if we get a good yield on our beans as well. They will be our cash crop for this year, so we will have very little straw towards the end of the season, I would imagine. And then again, maybe I'll be wrong, but the animals were in the shed for a little bit longer this year. We just gave our two pastures more time to grow, so we're hoping that that'll ease the pressure on us during the summer, and that we won't have some of the issues we had kind of towards the end of last year, where we were just struggling very badly on our pastures. They weren't really up to the scale. So as you can see, the one here to my left now has more or less fully recovered, and it's got a good crop on it. So if right's right, go on, lift up, lift up, lift up. Oh, it's not going to lift up. If right's right, guys, we should probably actually move our animals sooner into that pasture. Actually, might be something we do today. And the reason is that would give our other pasture more time to recover, which is kind of what we want. So we can give that more chance to recover. Obviously we'll get moving back in there, so we're not kind of skinning the field as much as we were, because that's what's going to lead to our issues. If you skin the field, obviously it takes that extra month or so to recover its growth, and that's just not what we want. So we're going to get spraying again. And as I say, it's probably something we will do, I think, is move the animals into that pasture, because it's got a full head of grass on it, so there should be enough feed. I'm hoping there's enough feed in there for them to keep them going. It'll be sad if there's not. We'll have to feed them a few of our bales just to keep them going, but hopefully, well, I suppose the fact is that we don't have to feed them as much as if they were in the shed. Obviously we don't produce the manure and slurry from them, but I think that's a good thing. I think at the moment we haven't really thought that far ahead either. So something we might experiment with some year is if we have enough grass to carry the animals right the way through in the shed. Personally think it's going to be a fair deal to do it that way, because we will run into issues where grass could become a limiting factor again, and we've just come out of that scenario, so I don't think we want to be bringing ourselves back into that scenario. It would also mean that we wouldn't be selling silage as much, which means that our general profits on the year of a farm will go down slightly, guys. So yeah, it's nice in practice, but we really would have to make sure that we're on point with that one. So we'll lower our boom a little bit now that we're off the headlands. And yeah, I think we're just going to crack on here, guys, for the rest of the day. We've the other 2 fields to spray. Again, enjoy the spraying. It shouldn't take too long. We should, especially with the sprayer, we should be in a good position to knock it out fairly handy. That's what I'm kind of hoping for anyway. So we'll see how it all plays out for us. But yeah, I think I could bore you and keep talking about the animals and keep spraying fields, but I don't think anybody really needs to see too much more of that. And again, we'll be spraying again in 2 to 3 months time once we've the third cut done. Second cut done? I can't even remember. Second cut, guys. Second cut. We haven't even done the second cut. I'm getting confused. Oh. So we'll give it a chance to unfold and we'll get cracking. Touch ditch on that. So we'll lift her up again for this headland. And as I start my third field of the day spraying, I shall leave ye go, and we'll be jumped back here, I'd say, in a bit, all going well, and we will be moving the cows from one pasture to the next. So guys, I'll see you in a second. And we are finished spraying, guys. So as you can see, weeds gone, or to the best of our ability the weeds are gone, and as you can see here on our left, our beans are coming up nicely, guys. So nice uniform start to the season there, so we're happy with that. And we have, I think, most of the application of weeds taken care of there. We will check it for our fertilizer levels and see how we're going, but again, I think we're in a pretty good place. Beans don't require a whole pile of nitrogen, and I do think we got some out there, so I just need to double check that we did. But while we're here and before we end our day, we're just going to get into this pasture and yeah, move some animals, because the grass here is fully grown. It's not going to grow anymore, so why would we not have animals over here? There is a little bit of feed left, so looking pretty good. I'll bring up the HUD so I know exactly where we are, and it's here, and we need to do M. So cow pasture 2, we have new cows. Yes, we do. We've had births. So we need to flick through that in a minute. Yeah, that's exciting, guys. fresh births on the farm. So wasn't our heifers anyway. There's still 10 of them in a group. But I need to flick through it and see what we actually got, because the other thing we probably actually need to do at some stage is sell our male bulls. So we've 4 males that are 11 months old. They'll come for a pretty penny at some stage. We also have 4 new male bulls there, guys, so that's good. And 1 cow on its own, so 39 animals. So we're just going to quickly close our gate up here. We'll run up to the top of the field, close our gate, and yeah, we'll bring up the animal menu and see exactly what went on, because I'm not 100% sure. We definitely have more cows, because I think we had 33 or so before. So we still have our bull. He's doing well, 39 months old. This is one of the old ladies. She's 4 of them, that's right. And we had 10 originally, so we should have 10 cows aged 48 months. These are calves that we started with, and they're flying along, 23 months old. We then have 6 female Friesians, so they are the calves that we got on the first lot, and they're 11 months old, so they're doing well. We then have 3 cows here. These are 48, so that's 7. We'll get this, we'll get this. This is a month old, so this is a fairly new female. We've 3 new bulls there. 4 11-month-old bulls that are now worth €1,000 a piece. So you can see the difference there between freshly calved or a month old, which is €300, to keeping them for the close on 12-month mark. We're turning out a nice bit of profit. Yes, they do eat a bit of grass and consume a bit, but we're doing okay. So this is our other 2 Frisian cows. So that's 9, and this fella down here would make 10, so we haven't lost any. So I think we got 4 new males. Is that, am I reading that right? I think it's 4 new males. So in a year's time we'll have these 3 plus these 4, so that's going to come into a nice handy little turn of money. But yeah, we won't obviously have as many female cows, so that number will drop. But yeah, these, why is it saying 6? Oh, that's female, sorry, I'm all over the place there. I looked at them and said male, so there's actually a nice price difference between the females and the males as well. So you can see really the males, just going to beef him up, and once he gets to that 12 months old, I think that's the time then we'll probably will move him off the farm. So we will have 4 to go, and next year we'll have 7, is that right? 3 here, 4 there, 3 there, 7. So that's not bad going, guys. So you're looking at another maybe 7 grand there. So slowly but surely it is working. Do they have food? Did I look at that? They have a little bit of food, so it's not bad. The hour will change and the grass texture here will drop a level and the food in the bin will increase. Now, while we're here, we might as well do one more thing, and that's just quickly run up here and see how bad they consume the grass up here. What I'm hoping for is that we're not after reverting back to a harvest stage, which I don't think we are. No, I think we're in a good place. All of it seems to have a little bit of grass left, so that's actually worked out well. So hopefully this will recover back to a full stage, and we can then get the cows back out here, back onto this field, and give the chance to recover to the field behind the cow shed itself. So that's a pretty good day. We're just going to get down here and hop our wall. Away we go. And we're back in the yard, guys. So that's it. I think we'll end it here. Pretty successful day all around. Kind of happy with it. Yeah, until next time, I've been Snow86, and this has been Ballyspring, guys. I'll see you all again. Take care.